Today is November 8th. It is 17:22 p.m. The time is correct on the camera. 3 houses down is suspected Stasi stalkers, community stalkers. They use a synchronicity campaign to try and intimidate victims. Somehow, which we are still yet to prove, they have access to your communications inside your house. Therefore, they can react to what you're doing and have things in place before you leave the property. So we are utilizing the new cameras that we're selling on the website, the car camcorder F20. As you can see here, there is a front view and a back view. So that's my dog Blade right here. So he's along for the ride. At any rate, we are about to head east on Howler Street. You're going to see a olive green 4-door Saturn with the parking lights on and the headlights on. We're going to start documenting this individual sitting in his car every time we leave the house. So let's start here. Correction, it's 4 houses down. And the license plate is FUJ 2333. He has his head down and his hat down so he couldn't be seen on the camera. He's also a local drug dealer. Since it's been a while since I've addressed the audience, we wanted to address the Susan Safestrom issue. As many of you are aware, she is one of the most active community stalkers, online harassers on the internet. She has embarked on a harassment campaign against the foundation for going on close to a year now. So we decided to take legal action against this individual. We displayed the beginning parts of the suit. Originally, we were not honest about which court we were filing it in because we didn't want the courthouse flooded with calls from her and her nutcase supporters, including Michelle Livingood, aka Daisy Duke Rock. And by the way, Daisy, we've caught her using multiple sign-in accounts on YouTube. One of the subpoenas that we're going to issue with this first civil case against Safestrom is we will send out interrogatories to witnesses, be they hostile or not. The court will order them to answer these interrogatories. And this is a prelude to Michelle's civil trial when we're going to go after her when we're done with Sue Safestrom. At the end of these trials, we already have the motions prepared to ask the court to order that, number 1, criminal charges be levied against the individual that we're going after. There should be plenty enough evidence that we're going to show in the civil trial alone of criminal acts that I'm sure the judge will agree, and the jury, that criminal investigation and charges needs to be levied against all the individuals that we drag into civil court for litigation. We're also going to ask that they be banned from the internet for life. So there's several individuals that were involved in this campaign. You have a YouTube user, Ron Paul or Die, aka Nick Spinner. I don't know what happened to that psychopath. He started out friendly, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's allowing Sue Safestrom to go on his show and slander, commit other felonious acts against the foundation with Susan Safestrom on the show there. Some of the other things that these individuals do were horrific email campaigns. Michelle Livingood, aka Daisy Duke Rock, she's famous for writing you 10-page letters, and she's very famous for doing it behind the individual's back, whoever it is that she's targeting. So once we ask the court to order her to turn over her IP address, or we will order her internet provider to turn over her IP address, we will cross-reference that with all the accounts she has made on YouTube. That alone, with the individuals that we drag into court in front of a jury, will show felonious intentions. I don't know about many of you, but we only operate at any given time. We only had 2 channels, and we only had 2 because the first one was under constant attack by these individuals that we're dragging into court. YouTube will be drug into court as well for incorrectly suspending our channel due to the false reports from these individuals. We also have captured and quarantined a email tap that was sent to the foundation. What was unique about this situation was, as many of you know already, I am at school for network forensic security. Information that I used at school and only used at school was displayed in the subject line of this email. So I instantly knew that this did not come from the individual they wanted me to think it came from. So they spoofed the email. They used the information from a client that I only communicated with through school servers. Didn't do it at home, didn't do it on my phone. So I instantly knew that this was a spoofed email with the intention of tapping it. So we've already pulled the header information off of the email, and we have traced it to a state on the eastern seaboard, approximately 450 to 600 miles from my residence. This individual, we believe, is the same one that has made a video that we captured for evidence. And when we get to him in the line, we have more than enough evidence to convict him as well in a civil litigation suit, and I'm sure that the authorities will agree that criminal charges will be easily pursued once we hand over what we've collected. So now that you have this email, there is it was sent with a picture. Now, one of the ways that they tap your computer is they send you an email. They will spoof it because we did discover that Gmail will not even allow you to send emails with attachments. They're going to send it with an attachment. They want you to click on the attachment. When you click on the attachment, nothing's going to happen, and then your computer becomes tapped, and then there's no way to get rid of it unless you have your hard drive wiped. So of course this particular spoofed mail came with an email attachment. So we pulled the header information. I traced it to the DNS server of a particular vendor that is very well known. Then I asked for the SMTD ID number of the server. I was able to ascertain that, and with that much information we can get a subpoena from the court for the particular time and date of that transaction, and it will reveal to us who sent this email. And based on the city and state that we've already traced it to, we have a pretty good guess of who the individual is that's doing this. And these are some of the things that we're going to start doing for the TI community. And like I said, we welcome the attacks. They give us plenty of evidence to follow, and we've done that. Now with the education under my belt so far, I've gained a terrific amount of skills that we are going to use against these criminals. I'm RT Sterling, TAPS TV.